Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. It's Yvette with Yvette's Junk Journal Shop. In today's video I'm going to be sharing some supply items. We have some handmade ephemeras, some craft supply items for junk journaling, and I have some printed digital kits here from Dawn. The ephemera and supplies are from Joan. So let's go ahead and get started. We have things bagged up here, so if you've been watching my channel on our live sales that Dawn and I are doing about every other Saturday, you may have seen some of these items already, but there are some items here that I have not shown in the live sale yet. So anyway, here we are with the first thing we have here. Let's see, we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12 little ephemera pieces here. These are mostly on block. This one is on a sponge. So we have little stamps, question mark, from, exclamation, for, a cent sign, an apostrophe, a period, a star, hashtag or number sign, 2, and a one half symbol. So those will all be sold as one unit. And then we have the next item here are some little bug stamps. If you guys know me, you know I do not do bugs very well, but I will lay these out. I know they're not real so far. And there's no spider in here, so that's okay. So anyway, we have, 8 little pieces here. They're all different bug themed. So those are another set. And these are from Joan. We have this 5.5 foot piece of black elastic lace. There's the pattern on it, and it's stretchy. So that would make great. I like to use those for journal ties on the cover. So we have that available, one of those. She has this set of little cards. Playing cards. So here is the outside of those, all the same design on the outside, a little soda shop. And then here's the little cards. And let me see if I can measure this real quick. We're about 2 1/4 by about 1.5 inch on those. And they come in the little box. And then we have these, which are the same size, and they all have this pattern on them. So they both are partial sets. I'll be selling these as one unit. I'm not sure how many cards are in there. I'll probably count them before I put them in the shop so that you know how many you're getting, but they'll be both of those together. Those will be fun for creating some altered playing cards. The next thing we have is this multi-block stamp. So it is it's about 2 inches wide, 2 inches tall. There's 4 different patterns on here. We have a leaf pattern, another leaf pattern. They all look like leaf patterns, but they're all different, and on this handy dandy block. So that will be one item there. Here we have a set of stamps these are foam mounted, and they're just different floral images and, just different. There's a person writing at a desk. We have a little tape measure, a little jam jar, a bobbin for a sewing machine, and then a bigger one that has a butterfly with a sunflower. So that's going to all be sort of a nature themed foam backed set. The next thing we have are these 3 bags, little bags of buttons. They're a little cotton bag, and then inside you'll get a random set of these. So inside we have a wide variety of buttons. There's 50 buttons in each one. And I will, that's you know, one sample of what you would get. And like I said, this is going to be a random pick. So you'll just buy the little bag of buttons, and as my son's preschool teacher used to say, you get what you get and you don't throw fit. I always like that. So here's the other one. I can get that bag open. So as you can see, she's put a nice variety in there. There are some abalone shell buttons and some horn button in there that I can see. And then the third set is, of course, going to be very similar to that. So we have 3 sets available. And then the next thing I want to show here, we have 5 hangy tags and a pocket. This is also by Joan. And it comes in this little bag. So she has little hang tags. These can be used as they are in a journal. You can attach them to a page. You can tear off the little different sections and use them as you want in a junk journal, or you can just write on the back of them. This one has a little piece of muslin behind it and then a bunch of little tags. This one has a bunch of little tags. This one's a little scrappy piece with a doily. And then here is the little pocket, as she's calling it. And so inside she just has tucked a piece of paper in there so you can see what it's like. And it's machine stitched around the whole outside. And it's like a legal envelope, like a little mini one. So there's that. So 5 hangy tags with a pocket. That's what we're calling that. Okay, we have some fabric pieces here. Let me see if I can measure this real quick for you. So it's about a little over 17 inches wide. Yeah, 17 by 17. So we have this pretty striped, and it is very textured piece. And this is upholstery fabric, so very nice for making a cover. The next piece we have, and these will be sold individually. The next piece we have is this one. It's kind of a bolder all over pattern. Really pretty colors with the silver and the light blue. This one would make a really great background for a cover because it's just the green, and it looks kind of like a grass cloth. If you're familiar with grass cloth wallpaper, that's kind of what it looks like. This one is a little beehive. We have that. The next one is this pretty floral. So it's got an all over floral and leaf pattern. So those will be sold individually. Okay, the next thing I have is this is a 3 set of book covers. These are gutted books that the cover can be repurposed into a junk journal, and there are 3 of them. And we're selling these as a lot. They will need some reinforcing and things like that, but it'd be fun to make those into journal covers. Okay, the next item we have is over 150 pieces of black and white embellishments. These are all fussy cut for you. And we have pen and ink. We have labels. And a little stamp. Numbers. Little desk bell. So these would be really cute in a vintage style journal. And it comes in this little double pouch, so each side is filled with different pieces here. pencils and pens. And then the other side has very similar. Some of these are have a little bit of that tea-dyed look to them. So very similar images, but they have a tea-dyed flair to them. Go ahead and put that on there. Okay. And one of those books fell down on my foot. Set them on my lap and it fell on my foot here. So let me get that situated. Okay. Next thing we have are these little cutouts, fussy cut ladies. They are 12 in there. Pretty lady fussy cuts. So that will be one set. We have this set, which is fussy cut, and they are bonsai cutouts. There's over 50 in there. This one is people that have been cut out. There's 14 pieces, variety pack. This little bag has 35 cutouts, and we're calling this set number 2 because I have 2 similar sets. And these are all floral fussy cut images. They are on a little bit thicker paper than, some of them are paper like copy paper, but some of them are a little bit thicker. So you get all of these random images. This is set number 1. And there are 35 pieces in there. All floral themed, ready to go. That's set number 2, and here's set number 1. So very similar, but this has a little bit more of a eclectic feel to it. The other one's more like a vintage feel. So 35 pieces in there, cut and ready to go. So I'm trying to move through this video pretty quickly. I want to get this video up, and then I have another supply video to get up as soon as possible here. So trying to get everything back in the bag is a little bit of a challenge. Okay, so that's set number 2. Okay, move these over here since we've already looked at those. Okay, the next thing we have here, I'm calling this Mostly Roses Fussy Cut Images. There's over 160 pieces in here. You get this library card, which is what I wrote the details on. And then inside, let's see if I can pull this out without making too big of a mess. You get all of these fussy cut images of all different roses. And then there's also some pages in here. So there's over 160 rose images. And then she's included some additional pages here that have different kinds of flowers on it. And they're not fussy cut, they're just cut out. So you could do with those what you wanted. So again, that's called Mostly Roses, 160 plus pieces. We have, I'm calling this one Simple Life Handmade Ephemera Pack. Also, you get the library card with that. And then we have handmade ephemera pieces. She's made a little envelope and put some items in there. Little tags. Cute little pocket. And this has a little pocket at the top. And she's got this machine sewn library card in there. And a faux postcard. There's something else in there. And a little journal spot. So all of those go in there. And then she has this little pocket, Has a little booklet, and then she's layered some things up on there. So 3 little pockets. Ready to pop into your journal. So you get the 3 pockets, and then you have the extra ephemera piece there. Okay, the next one is a handmade ephemera pack called Vintage Vibes. This is by Joan as well. This one has a little library card and a fussy cut person in there, and the little pocket is machine stitched. She has one of her little sewn envelopes with a few little ephemera pieces in there. And then we have this double pocket here, and she's put a couple of ephemera pieces in there. It looks like it's made out of a map. That's really cool. Here she's got a little pocket. It's got a little torn spot in there. Another little hang tag and a journal card here. And that might actually, I don't know if that fits in there or not. Nope. And then we have this little bookmark or belly band. So very functional and useful. So it's called Vintage Vibe. We have this vellum folder that she's made. It is stuffed with handmade ephemera. And I bet I have everything backwards. Yep. Never fails. So we have a little pocket. These are all machine stitched in here. This is a double pocket envelope or tuck spot or pocket. We have a couple of belly bands. Flip up spot for journaling with 2 little ephemera pieces in there. And this goes up over the page. And then inside you have a little piece of dyed paper. Cute little dress on there. Another book page made into a double pocket. A blank slate or a blank piece of tag for you to decorate as you want. And this is a little pocket here. A little tag. A little torn piece here. A tag. A little snippet. Here's another, this is a triple pocket. Pretty lady on the front there, and that can open up. So what I like to do with these is put a piece of like tea-dye paper in there, you know, like a torn piece of paper, make a little journal spot. Little tear book. She's got a little library pocket. Little mixed media tag. And a collage piece. Little matchbook with some tear pages in there. This opens up into a open envelope. Another little snippet piece. And this is a corner bookmark. So you put this up in the corner over the page. And let me see if I can, if we pretend this is a page in a journal, you would put this over like this, and that becomes your, this part sticks out so you know where you are in your book. Little sewn tag. Another little matchbook with tear pages in it. Little pocket. Sample project life journal card tuck pocket. So here we have a little tuck pocket that she's made out of those Project Life cards. Those are getting harder to find, I know. And then here we have 2 mason jars tucked into that machine sewn pocket. So there's that. And they all come in this vellum bag. And getting them back in is the trick. So lots of pieces in there. That's kind of a grab and go, ready for you to create whatever you like. Ready to pop into your journal. So there's that one. Gonna save Dawn's things for last because they're gonna need a little bit of room here on my desk. So this is a pack from Joan. It is a whole bunch of block stamps. So the price on this will be a little bit more because of the shipping that I'm going to have to cover that. But you get a wide variety of different stamps. So I'm not going to take them all out right now, but I will have photos of these online on my shop. So that's Yvette's Junk Journal shop on Ko-fi. I don't know if I mentioned that at the beginning, but that's how you find me. And so there's that. I don't want to take those out. That's going to take a little time to get back in the way I had them. So here we have a little, these are 4 different bags. You will get a random selection on these. So these are 75 pieces, and they are all cut out words. And so you'll get, there's 5 packs, 4 packs, 1, 2, 3, 4, there's 5 packs. So you get 1 random pack when you order those. All right, the next thing are these little envelopes here that she has stuffed with various ephemera pieces. And then this is wallpaper. This one is made with fabric, and it also has those little ephemera pieces in there. Little one's up and has some tags in there. This one has a little bit more in it than the other one. So those will be listed separately. I have this, which is 45 random cut butterfly images. So you'll want to look at the photos of that. 35 small tags and labels. So again, this is an ephemera pack. Oh, and I just got notification here that my battery is almost done. So I'm going to have to show these other items in the follow-up video. So stay tuned for that. I gotta get through this one, and then I think I'm done because, yeah, we're fading fast here. So we have over 50 stickers, all different kinds of stickers in here. So I'll pull that out and show you that. Random stickers. We've got people, bunnies, kids, all kinds of stuff. Very cute. So those will be available. And then I have 35 small tags. That's another one of those. So those will be listed, and you'll get a random set of those. We have 2 of those available.